Hello dear students. So today we will start with another topic, that is arrhythmia analysis monitoring, and in this we will see various difficulties which we predict by looking into ECG cycle or ECG waveforms, and one of that is arrhythmia, and we'll see various different cases of arrhythmia. So parameters like RR interval, QRX complexes. Already we have seen that they are used to develop an automated method for classification of ECG waveforms. In particular, they can be used to build arrhythmia monitors that can be employed in coronary care units. Now there are two basic approaches to the technique of digital computer monitoring. We have the distributed approach, that is, it will have a microcomputer within each bedside monitoring unit which check out rhythms. And this may trigger sample high or low heart rate alarms or may set off a warning when ventricular extrasystoles occur above a predetermined rate. Also, heart rate trends are also displayed at the bedside in this distributed approach. And these kind of units may be interconnected to a central display. Now we have another approach, that is centralized approach. This has a centralized computer facility capable of monitoring up to 16 beds simultaneously. It is possible to produce trends of heart rate over the previous 12 or 24 hours together with histogram of the frequency of ectopic beats. The ECG may also be displayed together with the heart rate on a video screen on the central monitoring console where rhythm interpretation is possible. What are the different problems? The major problems with such system is the reliability and accuracy of interpretation. Also, the interferences about the anatomy and physiology of the heart are being based on waveforms which are obtained on the surface of the body and consequently affected by the shape of the chest, amount of the body fat, position of the electrodes, and other various related factors. Now we'll see what are the various arrhythmias, their description, and how they are identified. So first in that is bradycardia. It is a critical reduction of heart rate and it is characterized by normally directed abnormally wide P waves and normal PQ interval. Now when we can say it is risky or when it will cause an alarm. So if one RR interval, that we are saying RRT, is greater than 1.5 second, that is equal to 40 beats per minute, then the monitor in this case raises alarm. Also, if the average RR interval, that is average of the previous 8 RR intervals, that is ART, is greater than 1.2 second, that is 50 beats per minute, then in this case the monitor raises alarm. And in this, only rhythm ECG is required to identify this kind of arrhythmia. Now the next is tachycardia. This is a serious racing of the heart and is characterized by normally shaped and directed P waves with a normal PQ interval. In this, RRT is, or I can say ART is less than 0.5 second, that is average RR interval is less than 0.5 second. So in this case, this R should be capital and T should be in subscript. So this is just a typo error. That is 120 beats per minute, which raises an alarm. And it is also detected by a simple ECG rhythm analysis. Now next type is asystole. It is basically a heart block or a profound bradycardia. This can be identified by the lack of QRS complex for an extended period. No R wave in this is more than 1.6 seconds. Now the next is ventricular fibrillation. It is basically fragmented electrical activity. It can be identified by the lack of QRS complex. No R wave more than 1.6 second has wide and often changing QRS pattern. QRS pattern is extremely disorganized in comparison to arrhythmia. The next in this is skipped beat. It can be detected by an RRT approximately equal to twice the previous ART, that is average, and not following a premature beat. That is, RRT is greater than ART minus 1 and not following a premature beat. Now we have another, that is premature ventricular contraction, PVC. It can be identified if the QRS complex is premature and followed by a full compensatory pause. The QRS width is wider. The T wave is in the opposite direction from the T wave of a normal beat, and there is no P wave. So we can say that RRT minus 1 is greater than 1.9 times of ART minus 1. RRT minus 1, when added to RRT, it will approximately be twice of ART minus 1, and the monitor alarms if the rate is greater than 10 per minute. Now using any rhythm analysis for detection of PVCs has certain problems. This is because it is difficult to determine whether a beat is premature and when it is only subject to sinus arrhythmia, that is SA. If an RR interval is less than 0.9 times the average RR interval, that means RRT is less than 0.9 times of ART, not incorporating the present beat, a premature beat is indicated. If a premature beat is indicated, the present RR interval and previous average RR intervals are saved. It is rather difficult to exactly define what a compensatory pause is. Examination of the strip chart recordings of PVCs shows a full compensatory pause plus the previous RRT is added to the saved RRT in RR intervals does not equally twice the average interval. Hence, if the next RR interval is added to the saved RR intervals and this sum is about twice the saved average, a full compensatory pause is indicated. A premature beat in this is followed by a compensatory pause which indicates a premature ventricular contraction. Now the next is R on T phenomena. This is very dangerous arrhythmia. It occurs during ventricular repolarization, that is during the occurrence of R wave. In this case, RRT minus 1 is less than 0.33 times of ART minus 1, and here T minus 1 indicates the previous. Okay, so RR is the current. I can say RR interval and AR is the average of last 6. So in this RRT minus 1 plus RRT is approximately twice of ART minus 1. Now since the R wave is riding on a T wave, there is no way of detecting the T wave. Hence, arrhythmia analysis is used. Normally the T wave occurs within the first one-third of the RR interval. Now next in this is bigeminy. It is a condition where PVCs come as alternate beads so that each normal bead is paired with a PVC. In this case, RRT minus 3 is less than 0.9 times of ART minus 4 and RRT minus 1 is less than 0.9 times of ART minus 4 and RRT minus 3 plus RRT minus 2 is approximately twice of ART minus 4 and RRT minus 1 plus RRT is approximately twice of ART minus 4. Now in this, if two PVCs are detected in a row, this bigeminy is found and the monitor raises an alarm. Now next in this is trigeminy. It is a condition where a normal beat is followed by two premature beats and a full compensatory pause. In this, RRT minus 2 is less than 0.9 times of ART minus 3 and RRT minus 1 is less than 0.9 times of ART minus 3 and RRT minus 2 plus RRT minus 1 plus RRT is approximately twice of ART minus 3. If this condition is satisfied, then the alarm is raised. Now in this case, a full compensatory pause is defined as follows. The two previous RR intervals, that is RRT minus 2 and RRT minus 1, are each less than 0.9 times of average RR interval before the first premature beat. And the present RR interval, that is RRT, added to the previous two intervals approximately equals two times, basically twice the average interval, that is ART. Now the next in this is interpolated PVC. They are premature beats that are not followed by a compensatory pause. In this case, RRT minus 1 is less than 0.9 times of ART minus 2 and the sum of present and the previous RR interval, that is RRT minus 1 and RRT, is approximately twice of ART minus 2. If this condition is detected at a rate greater than 10 per minute, then the monitor raises an alarm. Now, since the beats are not followed by a compensatory pause, the RR interval of the premature beat added to the next interval approximately equals the average RR interval preceding the premature beat. So these were the different cases of arrhythmia, and now we'll see different timing relations for these arrhythmias. So considering this as a normal sinus rhythm, you can see we have P, Q, R, S, T, then again P, Q, R, S, T. So these are the series of waveforms. Now we'll see different catastrophic arrhythmias. So first in this is bradycardia. So as we have seen this is representing bradycardia. Now then we have tachycardia. This is tachycardia waveform representing. Then we have asystole or ventricular fibrillation, and we have skipped beat. You can see here we are skipping the beat. Further, let's see premonitory arrhythmias. This is PVC. Then we have R on T. You can see bigeminy, trigeminy, and we have interpolated PVC. So these are the different waveforms which are representing different arrhythmias conditions. This is all in this lecture, and many of the images in this we have taken again from the book by D.C. Reddy, Biomedical Signal Processing Principles and Techniques by Tata McGraw-Hill. So for now, thank you.